So I just came out of a meditation by Om Shaanti. I'm going to put the link below. Subscribe to her. I love her meditations. They're short, they're precise. Like she always has like the best stuff um, to say, but she also has this really calming voice. I've tried other guided meditations and I, it tends to be harder for me, but for her, for my connection with her anyway, you may or may not have one, but I really connect with the words that she says. And this morning's meditation I wanted to share with you because I really enjoyed it. And she says, the more we're in gratitude, the more we receive, which I absolutely believe is true. So while I was going through this energy meditation, this positive energy, I don't know if this is something, August energy meditation or something, she does them for new moons, for full moons. I really enjoy them. But this one was for August, for our like thought process for energy, and it was about manifesting. It was about manifesting, but I love how she makes things really simple. And this one was, I am in gratitude for all that I am, all that I have, and all that I will receive. And so after the gong, I just, kept saying to myself, I am grateful for all that I am. I am grateful for all that I have. And I am grateful for all that I will receive. And it was so powerful. I love that it not only set my intention for the day, but also it really got me to start manifesting my house again. Because even though we went and looked at property and we did all that, last week, I've been doing other things. And then yesterday I started looking at other real estate again. I just can't help it because now that I really am getting a more clear vision of like what I want to do. Like one of my sisters reached out to me recently and was like, hey, can me and my, buddy come stay with you? Because I'd offered for them to come up to the farm, at some point. And I was like, yeah. And even though I'm excited about it, I was like, oh, I'm like, gosh, it's just so small here. I was like, I can't wait till I have my house. And so now I'm just like manifesting it like crazy. And I'm like, I know once I sell my books and then I started thinking, or will there be money that will come in by an investor or somebody who believes in my idea of my book and will get me there faster? I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but that started coming into my mind. And so the more I was in gratitude for like being where I am, the more I was thinking about that. And then when she said those words, or I started repeating the words again to myself, I started to realize like, I do believe it does happen, the way it's meant to, though, like over time. Like I think, some things come really quickly and some things don't. And I believe in my case, I really do think it's going to come quickly. I don't know how to explain it, but I know that I had friends and family used to tease me when I was younger, when I was like, I'm going to move to LA and be a movie star. And then when I moved to LA, I remember one time my sister was like, I was really frustrated. It had been a year and auditioning wasn't going as strongly as I thought and all these things. And my sister was like, what did you think was going to happen? She's like, did you think you were just going to show up and they'd be like, hello, welcome, we've been waiting for you? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, that does happen to some people. I mean, you hear it all the time. People are like, oh, I was just walking in the mall and I was discovered, or oh, I was busking outside of a movie theater and some producer walked by. That shit does happen, and I believe the same thing's going to happen to me. I really do. I don't know how to explain it, but I just do. And since I do, I'm going to keep believing that, and I'm not going to let other people, because and I don't want to compare this to that because it sounds so dark, but I was reading something, because now I'm off social media. I just won't go on it. So if anything's happened, I hope you don't take this insensitively. I don't know anything. I'm living my little bubble right now. But that was one of the other reasons why I wanted to get off social media, because I was like, I can't, I was like, I can't see one more dark, horrible thing. I'll pray for it and I'll continue to raise the vibration, but I don't need to see it. broadcast everywhere. So, so I feel like it's like I was reading this article where this woman was like, you just don't think that's going to happen to you. She's like, I was just shopping, in the Walmart. Like, I didn't think anything. She's like, it's just so crazy. But that's the thing. It's like, why do we think we're above or below something happening to us, whether it's good or bad? Why can't we be discovered overnight? Why can't we, go from living in big camper to living in $1 million house? Because for me, what I realized was it's not about the house. Like the particular house that we're looking at, it's because there's so much land. The land is what's worth 1 million. The house is only worth about 200,000. We don't want a big house, like Ed and I talked about this, and it's like, it has a house and a guest house. And, we were like, I don't know what's going to happen between us, but like, we've been working really hard for this dream for a long time. So my success would be Ed's success because he has definitely been, some wind underneath my wings there. Um, so I was like, yeah, we could always live in like the separate houses until we figure things out. But I was thinking, while I was meditating on the house and focusing on the land and focusing on it because I really want to be there, to support people who need, spiritual guidance. And sometimes that takes, an hour, sometimes it takes a few days, or sometimes it takes a week. And so it's exciting for me to be able to have a space where I can start working with people one-on-one for real. Uh, you know, because I like working with people inside my house, but it's big camper's so small, and it's like that's a lot of energy in here. Also, I'm fighting this horrible flea issue right now. I've never had flea. No, that's not true. I had fleas a long time ago in my last place, or like 2 places ago. Gosh, I don't know how long ago it was now. Doesn't matter. Anyway, but it was my roommate. She shared custody with her dogs, and her ex took the dogs through or she brought him somewhere. I don't remember what happened, but they didn't have flea meds on or whatever, and they went on vacation or something, and they got fleas really bad. And I never had to worry about it because they didn't, live in our apartment. But she let them come there, and I asked her if I should put flea medicine on Dolly because Dolly didn't really go outside, and we didn't have to worry about that. And she was like, "Oh no, it's fine, it's fine." Anyway, it took me almost a year to get rid of the fleas and Baba, and it was just fucking horrible. And I vowed I would never go through that again. Well, I've never had fleas since then. When we first got into Big Camper, we were putting flea medicine on Dolly, and then after a while, we kept forgetting and kept forgetting, and then she just wasn't getting fleas. It was really wild. And then I talked to one of my sisters who does the oils with me, and she said, that's probably because put so much lavender and peppermint in the house, and fleas hate lavender and peppermint. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like it was probably getting on the house and then on Dolly indirectly, but not enough that would hurt her, but just probably like the scent of it. And anyway, so I realized that I think it was when I went to Portland for 6 weeks, I took my diffuser with me. And so that whole time, Ed wasn't running the diffuser, and it was spring, and Baba was going outside, and I think she got fleas. So I really don't want to have anybody in the house right now because of that. I don't want to say it's gross because they're just doing their thing. The funny thing is, if you look up flea spirit medicine, it's really profound, and it makes so much sense for everything we've been going through, Edward, myself, and Baba, actually. So I'm getting it under control. It's just, I thought I had it under control, and then I found a few over the last few days, and I was like, son of a bitch. So, I don't want to get angry about it, but anyway, it's just, I don't want someone else to have to deal with that. So you can come over, but we have to be outside. Anyway, I am saying nothing, but I'm saying some things. And so focus on your manifestations. I'm going to manifest that these fleas go away, which I've been working on. And then I'm going to manifest this property and these houses so that people can come and stay with me and work with me. It's really profound to spend a lot of time with your shaman, with your guru, and just with your friends. Not saying that all of you are my, my students, but I know a lot of you that watch this are my students. But yeah, there's something really profound about it. I know when I spent time with my shamans, more than just like a few hours, like when I spent like actual time with them, waking up with them, doing prayers with them, meditation, it was really life changing. It helps put you into a practice. So let's manifest our things individually, but then let's also manifest this space for us where I will be living, and I will provide a wonderful healing space for you. And it'll be in the mountains, looking at the mountains and be on salt water, healing salt water. Just think about that. Think about this beautiful retreat you want to come to that will be my home and will be a place for healing and for creativity. Because I was also thinking I want to have an art space, so people can draw, and everybody's therapy is different. So it's like I want to make this space where it's like all of the different places on the property have a purpose. There's a place called SRF in LA, and I think there's more than one. It's actually in Malibu. It's SRF. It stands for Self Realization Fellowship, and it is after I was on my quest to find spirit, God, whatever you want to call it. I landed there, and it was amazing. It was the first place I ever went to where it had like pictures of all of the prophets from Muhammad to Jesus. I can't think of all of them right now, but they had just had all these different like prophets on the wall. It was really profound. Buddha, and it was on this beautiful property, and it was up on the hill overlooking the ocean in Malibu, and then it had this beautiful lake that had like fountains in it that kept the water moving so it wasn't stagnant. And then there was all these cool little houses, these little meditation little houses like around it. It was so neat. And I thought, man, I'm like, I want to do something like that, but also, like a fire pit, so at night like we can be like, wah! And like call to the spirits, and play music, and it's really beautiful. It's on 20 acres. So just keep thinking positive thoughts for me and for us as a collective, because I'll host gatherings there as well. It's just going to be a really powerful thing. So let's manifest this together. Let's have this sacred space. And yeah, maybe, you know, maybe it'll come from my book sales. Maybe it'll come from some, billionaire, millionaire person who finds this and believes in what I'm doing. I'm putting it out there, manifesting. Why not? Who believes in what I'm doing and wants to support that, wants me, to have this space for them to come to. And, either way, I know it's coming. Because it's not about the money. It's about what needs to happen. It's the same with my books. Like, yeah, I'm going to benefit from the money, but it's just going to go back out into the world, out into the universe, and also, it's a new wave of thinking for people to go through their awakening. It's really amazing. I won't say much, but I will say that it's loosely based on my life. It's going to be, and I can't even say it's fiction, nonfiction, because I think they're all one and the same. I don't think it matters. If you can think it, it's real. If you can manifest it, it's real. That's the other thing she talks about on this the link below this meditation that I just did. Sorry, I just woke up and came out of meditation. She talks about how we can manifest things, but we can also unmanifest things, because sometimes we manifest things in the headspace that we're in, and it's not necessarily good for us. We may think it is at the time, but then we have to go through like a growth spurt, or we have to go through another part of our awakening, or another part of acknowledgement of our soul, and our human experience here, so that we can truly understand things. So sometimes that manifestation, she explains it better. Just do it. I think it's like 20 minutes. Take 20 minutes out of the day, do some self-care, and listen to that. Listen to this meditation. All right, I'm gonna go and have a blessed day. I have a really long day. I decided to gut out some drawers and go through some shit, because my creative stuff has been all over the place. And now I was like, you know what? No, I need to create again. And I needed to make a sacred space. So I told Ed on Friday, I was like, I need some time. So he's been gone for like 4 days. I think he's coming back tonight so he can like shower and make food and stuff. But I was like, I need some sacred space. He needs some sacred space. So yeah, I just keep improving, and my writing's getting stronger and my manifestation's getting stronger. And it's kind of, some people might think it's kind of crazy that I went and looked at, $1 million house, but I don't. I didn't look at $1 million house. I looked at a dream that doesn't have a price tag and a dream that I'm making come true. Have a blessed day. I love you guys. Oh.